So I'm driving home, kind of just thinking about things as I do on the drive home. And pardon the road noise and shit. If you don't like it, then turn the fucking video off. No AC in this car right now. So I've been thinking a lot about the voting thing, right? I work with a bunch of like MAGA boomers and shit. My family are all MAGA-tards. And I understand that a lot of you guys are probably going through a similar thing as me, where, you know, you don't want to vote, you know, you're in the whole fuck Trump gang and all that shit. And you're basically like, yeah, you know, fuck this. But then you get pulled in a little bit, you know, your fucking normie Trump conservative friends and parents and co-workers start talking, and you're like, oh man, I remember in 2016 this shit was so great. And you know, you start getting those fucking the little testicle tingles like he did in 2016. You're like, oh fuck, you know, maybe he will go ham in his second term. You know, maybe Biden and Kamala Harris are so bad that I should just vote for Trump. And I don't think that it's something that you should do. And I was literally just, as I'm on my way home, thinking about this shit, like, should I vote? Like, is it really, like, does it really hurt me to vote? And the thing I came back to, and the thing I keep coming back to as I think about this, is that when you vote for Trump, you are basically, you're cucking, you're getting cucked, because you're voting for something that you don't believe in. Or that, you know, I'm assuming that if you're somebody, one of the very few people that decide to watch this video, Trump doesn't stand for anything you care about. I mean, what is Trump really going to give you? Even if you're not like a fucking terrible white nationalist, white supremacist, proud boy, evil Nazi. Even if you're just a fucking Republican boomer, I mean, what is Trump really going to give you? Other than just the satisfaction of knowing some blue-haired shitlib is like tearing their vag hair out. You know, in disgust. You don't really get anything. And I know this is something, you know, owning libs and all that shit, it's fun. We talk about it. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of people have made this point before. But I think it is completely understandable to want to fall back into the Trump camp. And not even like straight shilling for him, not even like I'm going to go campaign for him. But I understand the thought of like, well, what do I really lose by voting for him? I mean, Biden and Kamala Harris will probably be worse. I will grant you that. But the question is, what do you gain for voting for Trump, and what do you lose? Well, in my opinion, what you lose is that you're cucking, and you're basically giving the system legitimacy. This is an old fucking libertarian talking point. Is that the like when you vote, you're basically giving consent. That is you consenting to be governed. And I'm not going to go down some libertarian fucking trail right now. But what I will say is that there is a point to that. You know, I'm not voting for Trump because I don't endorse his fucking policies, man. Do I want a wall? Do I want all the shit he promised in fucking 2016? Yes, which is why I voted for him, which is why I worked for the Trump campaign in my state. But no, I'm not gonna fucking vote for this asshole because I'm not gonna vote for Trump because I fucking hate, you know, the left and what they do. Because I hate Trump and his fucking Jewish ass just as much. And that is the thing that we need to understand as people who are on the third rail, or people who are not, you know, Republican toadies, is that voting for Trump, you're gonna get nothing except a little bit of libtard ownership. And what you're doing is basically, you know, letting the state know that you're still on board. I'm still behind Trump, even though he's fucked me up, down, left, right, and sideways. I am still behind him. I will still go vote for him, or I will fill in the ballot and mail it in, whatever. However much effort you put into voting is too much, because you're not going to get a fucking drop of that back. Unless you are some fucking multimillionaire, in which case you do get a fucking, you know, couple $100 back, more than you would on your tax return or whatever. But for the average guy, the people who I know, don't fucking do it. Like, it's just like, I don't understand why. Like, if someone can point out to me what you get by voting for Trump, like, transactionally, what are you going to get? I mean, at least blacks vote for Trump, they get fucking $500 billion stimulus packages or whatever. Okay? If you're a black person, you absolutely will get something transactionally from Trump. If you're a white person, you won't. So, white people, you really need to listen to this. Don't vote for Trump. Don't vote Republican. Just don't fucking vote. Stay at home, fuck your wife, and make some kids. Don't vote. Thank you for listening. Sorry again about the road noise. Love you guys.